What fire springs forth? What bile does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs treble. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Wed at night.
1, 2, 3.
Longest wind in history. Are you still here talking? I regret to inform you I left a long time ago walking. You've taken enough space, and my patience is waning. Do you see the crown that I'm wearing? The proof that I don't have to take it now.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick Galactic. You're watching Weird at Night. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really happy to be here with you all. So that was Hotels with a song called, let me look at my notes, sorry, Queens. It was a remix by Doc Blammer. Performance video shot. The credits were in the chat. I'm sorry, I got mixed up about it. Blaze in Space and Astro Media Lab were involved. Anyway. That fine core thing was weird, right? It was a little weird. I mean, it seemed a little impersonal, perhaps just a little insincere. And I still had a bunch of delay on my voice. Anyway, so with that out of the way, this fine core thing is a little strange, but they have been benefacting. So what can I say? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to turn down growth, right? That's what this is all about, right? Growth. Just grow, get bigger, make a bunch of money, get hugely rich, and then continue to get hugely richer, right? That's the dream, right? That's what we're doing, right? Is it? It's music night. So we're talking about the musical arts. And we are exploring the awesome musicians of Seattle who, many of whom have just kind of had their life's work kind of ripped away from them because they aren't able to play live. And it's really a very sad thing. There's a lot of uncertainty in the music industry moving forward. And with the kind of current conditions in this country with unemployment and all of that, and the uncertainty around that, the situation continues to kind of get a little stranger every day. So we just want to celebrate them here because musicians are such a key part of making the world go round. We got nothing but love for them here on Weird at Night. As you probably know, I am a musician as well. But one thing I have that most people don't is I have you. So I have something that's kind of carried me through, and I think a lot of other people, when you've put so much focus and so much time into one pursuit, it's really hard to just shift gears and do something else. So it's, talking about it that way is kind of ridiculous. So we're not going to do that. We're going to watch some music videos tonight, maybe support these bands that we're playing tonight, and just go out and explore music in the area. And just music in general. Every artist you can think of right now, no matter how big or small, is in a very weird position. So any support you can give is greatly, greatly appreciated. And not only that, music videos are amazing. When they're made with care, they're still one of my very favorite medias. So we've got a few to share tonight, and I think you're really going to like them. So with that said, I'm also legally obligated to read the following. FineCore cares for all of its valued vendors, clients, patients, staff, and equestrian youth ministry equally. Our commitment to you is total. That feels weird. They don't even say what the commitment is. Like, our commitment to you is total. Like, what does that mean? What is the commitment? Dare I say it, it even sounds insincere. Now that our corporate overlords have dripped their shit on this situation, we can be real for a minute. And the truth is, there are going to be a lot of people, if we don't get our situation resolved in this country, in really maybe some very grave situations. And something that I think we're all coming to realize is that we're maybe on our own here. I was having a great discussion with Doc Blammer and Blaze in Space on my socially distanced porch the other day. And we were talking about how community and local community and the people around you very likely are going to need a lot of help. And in order for us to get through this, we have to be able to think of each other as well as ourselves. So the way I see it, there's kind of two things that I think we have to do here. And we need to help in the ways that we can. That doesn't have to be financial. It can be financial. And if you have the money to spare, There's plenty of people who need it. But if you can't, there's time, energy, and plenty of other ways to make a difference in your community. That's something that I'm gonna have to really change in myself, because it's not something I'm very good at, and it's not something I've ever been very good at. I can get just lost up here, and everything can just be kind of a floaty, creative, lovely experience, but that's not necessarily what we're really going for here. This is a time of action. And so I'm principally saying this to myself. So the other thing that we have to do, the second thing I think we really need to do, is be upfront and ask for help when we need it. Who you ask and how you ask, I can't really say, because it would vary by the situation. But what I do want to let you know is that we're hoping to help our community as well here at Weird at Night. And we're going to have some more to say about that soon. But it's something that we're really concerned about, and we want to make sure people have enough. So that's something we're hoping we can make a difference in. And we will have more to share, as I said, very soon. So let in the love. And then let it out, because a lot of people need it right now. So, all of that said, we have so much to do tonight. So if you're new to Weird at Night, let me very quickly just let you know what it is. We're a twice weekly Twitch stream. It's a cosmic destination for creative conversation. We talk art, we talk pop culture, we laugh, we get really, really, really real, as you might have noticed. And we all walk away stronger for it. Welcome. We're very happy to have you. And if you want a little taste of what Weird at Night's really about, there's nobody better to give it to you than T-Bassa, who has graced us with a new series. T-Bassa?
Hey, T-Bassa, are you experienced?
Okay. So let's go back to why we were doing this. So they just said on TikTok there was a guy that said getting kicked in the balls, which I call orbs, was worse than pregnancy or anything.
Giving birth and period cramps.
So we are, and I didn't say it was, but I was willing to do an experiment, and Rachel was like, "Yeah, I'll have it delivered to the house tomorrow." So, oh my god.
Do you want to work the remote yourself?
No, I don't think that's fair. The woman doesn't be like,
Do you want me to get behind you like the Lamaze coach?
And head first and everything.
yeah, that's not fair. Rachel, will you do it?
Yep, I was just gonna say there's 10 centimeters,
But before you plug them in,
so 10 levels.
I'm not
So
sticking my
before,
finger in the hole.
don't plug it in yet.
Why?
Hold the remote and show. And
Oh, it's just this. It's like,
but
when
they're
it
opposite.
clicks, it's 1.
And then you
it
just
goes
drag.
4, 6, 8, 10. So I guess we do like.
Yeah,
Well,
goes
one
up-
side is down
yeah,
and one
goes
side's
up, one
up.
goes down. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so nervous.
So a 2 and a 2 would be a...
Yeah, and you could. I think you just leave it there like 2, and like this is kind of like minor cramps leading up, and they're like, oh, there's a 4, and then you can go from 2 up to a 6, or
You're not.
maybe.
How much you want to bet you're not going to get to 10?
I don't think I can.
If he doesn't get it.
Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh! Shit. What is that, a 2? Fucking 2?
That's like
It's literally a 2. See, look. It's a 2. Can you get it? It's a 2 right here. This and that's a 2.
Let's do a 3 for the rig-ins or.
We're probably a 3 or 4.
Because it only goes 1, 2, 4, 7.
Wait, hold on.
4.
Ah! What was that? Are you fucking shitting me? Oh my god, it's like a Abu Ghraib torture shit. Like that's like some 24 Jack. What's his name? Jack. Okay.
Just think, it has to open. You have contractions until that cervix is all the way open. It's the tightest rubber band you can think of.
Okay, that was a 4. Am I on 2 right now?
You're on a 1 right now.
Okay, get me back up to 2.
I'm ready.
This will be quite the experience.
Wow. T-Bossa, I hope you lived through this. I think we spoke since you've done it, so well, that's interesting, and there is it's a multi-part series, so please stick around and don't miss out on the stunning conclusion. As you've seen with T-Bossa, there's always a grand finale and a very epic conclusion, so please don't miss that one. So moving right along, because we got so much to get to tonight. Somebody dropped in for a minute. You may recognize him.
Tubless. Tub full. I'm in the tub. Half moon out there. Warm water underneath my feet, enveloping my body. Almost enough to make you not shady. That's why I smoke.
Thank you, Shady Eyes. That's why I smoke. If you're new to the show, Shady Eyes is the Shadespeare of the Weirded Night universe, our traveling bard and poet, who bequeaths us their grandiosity of metaphor. Thank you, Shady Eyes. We remain eternally grateful. Album Rex. It is music night after all. I'm not making them. Somebody else is, and they got some spicy takes.
All right. Are we in? I think I'm in. This is the Zim taking over Album Rex on Weird at Night, hijacking the stream, broadcasting from Studio 1200 here in San Diego. Let's do this. All right. I have 3 Album Rex for you, and they got to be broken down into 3 different categories. The first is something fresh, something new, something, that's just hot off the press, something from the scene, something from the Seattle Northwest music community. New, old, doesn't matter. Something I dig on, something I love. And then we got something from my past, something that I used to listen to, like on CD, on tape as a kid. So it may be embarrassing, we'll have to see, but it's the truth. So here we go. First off, we have No Pressure by Logic. Oh my God, Logic, one of my top 3 modern MCs. You got Kendrick Lamar, I think is amazing, production-wise, all the good stuff. You got Anderson .Paak, so good, so good. That's gonna be an album rec coming up at one time. And then we got Logic, my top 3 favorite MCs, current MCs. This album is kind of like what I like to say, it's kind of conscious without being pretentious. All the tracks are pretty easy to listen to. There's nothing overly abrasive. You can put it on if you're into kind of like, I don't know, more chill hip hop. You can put it on and just have it play in the background. I've had it on rotation now for, well, not even rotation, on solid, just like it's all I've been listening to for the last couple days. I really dig in on it. There's not really one song that stands out above the rest. There's no like hit singles on it or anything like that. But I'm gonna say, I'll say for my song rec for this album is Celebration. Digging on that one. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty smooth. But that's album number 1. No Pressure by Logic. Just released a couple days ago, I think. Pretty fresh. Pretty fresh. All right, second album from the scene is The Panda Conspiracy, Lunar Migration. Came out in 2006. I can't say enough about The Panda Conspiracy. Dope band. One of the most, I think, could say underrated bands that come out in the scene. It's the example I like to use to say why like KXB is such garbage is because a band like this, that like their live show was popping, they were always sold out, it's like so fun, so amazing, and yet they got no love from the media around the scene at all. And it's like, what? This band should have blew up, should have been like a household name because they're that good. This album was their first album. The band was kind of designed, organized, the brainchild of Chris Pogue and TJ Barry, the late, great TJ Barry. Let me show you something. This is me. This is me and TJ and KJ Saka from back in the day in our band 94 Street. That's me. That's TJ Barry. It's Kevin Saka. Going way back. He was my brother. He's my man. He is one of, I think, the best musicians to come out of the scene. Could play guitar like nobody's business and could sing so freaking good. Amazing. And so when Chris Polk and TJ Barry came together to form this band, it was like magic. It was amazing. I highly recommend checking out Lunar Migration. I recommend all their albums, but this was their first album, and it's good. It's good. It's definitely lives in the sentimental value for me. I don't know if you've experienced this, but with local music sometimes it's hard to separate the live show from the album. And so, when you know that the live show is so amazing, when you listen to the album, you're like, fuck, thank you for this. But sometimes if you're only introduced to the album, you don't quite connect it. And that may happen for you, but I would definitely recommend checking it out. Okay, third album, something from back in the day. I had spent some time thinking about this because I was kind of like going through, the music streams and finding out like, what did I listen to back in the day? What did it affect me? I went through a couple albums and it started to kind of bring back memories of things. And so this album totally like mega influence on me at the time, especially at the time. And I will say it's a bit embarrassing to admit right now, but it was Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table of Dreaming. I fucking flipped when I, I didn't flip right away. I got the album from a friend and I dubbed I copied a few of the songs on tape, so I didn't even have the whole album. And I would listen to it and I kind of dug it, I kind of like it, kind of like, I'm not so sure. But as I listened to it more and more, it grew on me, and eventually I got the whole album. And eventually this album took me into like a Dave Matthews Band fucking explosion where I was one of those kids that would go to like multiple shows at the Gorge, 3 nights in a row, that kind of thing. I went down to California, I went down to Portland, I went down to California to watch Dave Matthews Band play. Crazy times. But I realized as time went on, kind of my interest in this style of music kind of waned a little bit, and especially when I started to notice the culture of the kind of people that were into it the most was kind of like that frat boy community, and I was like, I don't like that whole vibe. So I kind of put my love of Dave Matthews Band off to the side, and it's not really something I dig on anymore. But I'll say this one came out in 1994, so right in that time I was a junior in high school, graduated in 95. And so it was perfect. I used to listen to this, like I said, on tape at first, but then I got the CD, and I remember walking around my neighborhood listening to this CD. And so yeah, anyways, that's that song. I guess recommended song off the album is What Could You Say? All right, Rex, for this week.
Thank you, Zim. And throwing some shade. Hey, with little hot takes, like I said. Both in the, maybe a little shot of KXP there, but also in the pick of Dave Matthews. Now, if you want to follow the Weird at Night Selects playlist on Spotify, you're welcome to do so. Ash Maddie's going to be dropping that in the chat for you in just a minute here. But I want to say one thing. When this show started, I didn't realize there would be so many dilemmas that I'd be facing, like, am I willing to add Dave Matthews Band to the Weird at Night Selects playlist? Now, someone with integrity would say yes, right? Because it was picked, right? I've not added it yet, and I don't know if I ever will. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I have failed the integrity test, but honestly, it's just, I can't do Dave Matthews. It's just too much for me. It's just too much. So I'm sorry. But I love you all. And I love your opinions, and I love your tastes. And Zim, thank you for sharing that with us. We got more to get to. I skipped over a few things earlier that I meant to get to. And one of them was that I was made aware by Blaze in Space today that an old friend had released a new record. Ivy, techno artist from Seattle, produced my first EP. And somebody I've known a long time just released an album called August on the 7th, and the proceeds of which go to the Northwest Bail Fund. Ash Maddie has the link, and we'll be sharing that in the chat. Thank you, Ash Maddie. But this is a really, really great EP. It goes by so fast, but has so many different moods and so many different changes of flow, but everything still feels like it all fits together which I said to Blaze in Space earlier is a dark art, and Ivy is top notch at doing that very thing. So make sure you check that out. It's for a great cause, which even makes it better. T-Bossa has a comic strip that I don't have loaded up right now, and I feel bad about that, but you can follow it in the Discord that we've started and had going for a while now. Hop on over. Ash Maddie can drop a link into the chat for you. We would love to have you there with us. So anyway, we are going to move on to a video that I was sent today by Kimo Meraki, my friend, who I haven't talked to for a while. This is an old video, actually, by a band. Let me make sure I get this all right. By a band called Hallways. And the song is called Signs. This is a really epic video. Check this out. This is like pushing, what a music video can be, and it's really good. Hallway.
Your face is phosphorescent fireworks, no miniature blue stars. I'll
Weirded Night is brought to you by Feeling Suspiciously Good? Try doom scrolling, a new revolutionary mode of time travel by staring into the abyss. It won't make you feel better, but it'll make you feel something. People for the Ethical Treatment of the Extremely Wealthy, but we cage 'em, you pay 'em. Insecurity, the distrust you can trust, and their associated benefactors. Y'all, Don's missing still. It's a terrible tragedy, but Don's Long Gone Lawns head honcho, Don, is not... His current whereabouts are unknown. He will get in your car if you're nice and have acid. Call if you see him. 1-297-777-7999-125. If that number looks weird, it's because 297-777 is your cosmic code. Don't approach, but there's a $10 reward. Definitely don't touch Don, and keep your kids and pets away. But Don is missing. Our hearts are breaking. Every single day, we miss you, Don. And finally, a fine core company, Shitty's Pizza. The hospital's next door. Use promo code Why God Do We Suffer. Get a free depubing, normally $4.99. It's limit one per customer, always, unless you're Alex, on the corner of 9th and Nocturnal Drive, just past the memory of your first fully charged smartphone.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Weird at Night. It's me, Nirda. And we're doing a weather report. Do we still do weather reports? Don't care. Doing a weather report. I am cruising around town today in my 97 Toyota Corolla, Christy Yamaguchi, because she slides around corners and has a real tight turning radius. On ice, I'm sure she could just... When I'm driving around, right, I sometimes find myself holding tension in weird places. Like, if someone's doing like a very confusing move as a pedestrian might, for example this, or as a driver, confusing and distressing, I tend to get real angry. You know, I tend to be a shouty driver, if I'm completely honest. But that's like not good. That makes me kind of anxious when I get to wherever I'm getting, and you know, yeah. So the best way I have found to be a calm and smooth and serene driver, Christy Yamaguchi would have me be, is to just kind of, I don't know, check in with my surroundings. Do I have a cold beverage, water to drink with me? No, probably going to impact my mood. Am I holding tension somewhere in my body? Yeah, that's probably going to affect my driving. Am I gripping the steering wheel with a death grip? Probably going to affect my driving. So I take stock of all of that. I relax and I approach driving non-anxiously. A thing that really helps me is when I'm unclenching my jaw and dropping my shoulders and breathing and releasing my stranglehold on the steering wheel, I think about the fall of capitalism, and I think about the new ways in which our lovely little community can be better, and then I start to imagine that everyone's in our community, even if they don't know it yet, and that everyone is a sweetheart, and that we're all just trying to get through times together, and maybe if I'm just a little bit better of a driver, they'll get to wherever they're trying to get to a little bit safer and faster, and then they'll be nice to whomsoever they are meeting on the other side. And then I think about, being an eldritch horror. And I think about being the unnameable, deep, dark recesses of your psyche and shredding everyone's ego into shreds and feasting up. No, I'm getting a message that's secret knowledge. Anyways, love y'all. That's about my time for a weather report. And, yeah, I love you. I love each and every one of you. And I like you. Because I love all of humanity, right? I don't like it all. Like you, though. Mwah! 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 Sweet dreams. Eventually. I'm sure. Bye, Patrick.
Thanks, Meredith. Appreciate the weather report. Fine core. What the fuck? What is? All right, we don't have time to get out in the weeds. There's something wrong with the sponsorship program. I think there things misfiring or something. We got too much to talk about to even worry about it. So let's keep moving, huh? This is a really great moment because we are about to experience what has been deemed the first final version of Matt Jenkins' Day and Night animation, which if you're new, Matt's been sharing in 15-second increments, progressing in 15 seconds for a very long time. So the song is set to my track Ageless, but here you go. This speaks for itself. I need to say nothing else.
I had a dream that I was dead. It felt just like bed. Pillow for my head. Tomorrow was gone. No future to fear. No truth to never been so clear. 45 years, more in the box, when nobody talks. I've never been so sure. I had been purified in the sands of reason, an ageless empire of truth and meaning. I'm coming back again. 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 I'm
It's a not a mucho film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Please visit Not a TV on YouTube for reviews. Frozen 2 on Disney Plus for free. Knives Out on Prime Video for free. Parasite on Hulu for free. Dr. Dolittle is $6 on streaming services. Ford v Ferrari on HBO for free. Cats, $6 on streaming services. Uncut Gems on Netflix for free. Watch these reviews, then watch the films.
It's a not a mucho film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Just an update. We have lots more merches for you. I love tuna. But do not deplete your tuna for me. But if you can, and there's another kind of merch you would like, let us know.
What information, in other words, would really let the cat out of the bag and give away the show?
tires, chains, water mains, skates, plates, furnace rates, pitching forks, rubber cords, sacks, racks, railroad tracks, clothes, hose, fiddle bows, plugs, lugs, bathroom rugs, cotter keys, housemaid needs.
You are game, aren't you?
Hand to God, I got your number, girl, this time. Pretty young, man, you think you're something when you're not. Little black dress, you acting feelings, but you're not. I think you run away when you can't handle pressure. I know that you're afraid when you're feeling brave. I'll be here. You say we got nothing in common, no common ground to start from. Falling apart, saying the world is come between us. Pretty up, baby, you're the puzzle, but you're not. I think you run away when you can't handle pressure. I know that you're afraid when you're feeling brave. I'll be here. I think you're in a cage, you built it by your own son. No matter where you run, it's not going anywhere. You run away from me. Hand to God, I got your number, girl, this time. Little black dress, I got your number, girl, this time.
Oh, you're staying for lunch already. You are lunch. What kind of wine would be good with wild game?
South of the underground testing area is Yucca Flat, location of Hornet, a 300-foot tower shot. Although Hornet was a development shot, a military effects study was made to evaluate the attenuating factor of a ground smoke screen against thermal radiation.
New Year's Eve by Tom Waits. The door was open. I was seething. Your mother burst in. It was freezing. She said, "It looks like it's trying to rain." I was lost. I felt seasick. You convinced me that he'd left. You said, "Keep talking. but don't use any names. I scolded your driver and your brother. We're all old enough to know how long you've been hooked. And we've all been through the war, and each time you score, someone gets hauled in, handcuffed, and booked. It felt like 4 in the morning. What sounded like fireworks turned out to be just what it was, and the stars looked like diamonds. Then came the sirens, and everyone started to cuss. All the noise was disturbing, and I couldn't find Irving. It was like 2 stations on at the same time. And then I hid your car keys, and I made black coffee, and I dumped out the rest of the rum. Nick and Scoro broke up, and Candace wouldn't shut up, and Finn, he recorded the whole thing. Ray, he said, "Damn you," and someone broke my camera, and it was New Year's, and we all started to sing. Should all acquaintance be forgot, and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot, for the sake of all lang syne? I was leaving in the morning with Charles for Las Vegas, and I didn't ever plan to come back. I had only a few things, $200, and my records in a brown paper sack. I ran out on Sheila. Everything's in storage. Calvin's right. I should go back to driving truck. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot for the sake of all lang syne? New Year's Eve by the one and only Tom Waits.
I'd like to have a heart-to-heart talk with you.
Several low nuclear bursts on prior Nevada tests had revealed the existence of a precursor or non-ideal blast wave that preceded the main shock front.
What information, in other words, would really let the cat out of the bag and give away the show? Now, quest around a bit. Ask yourself this: for what reason would a person be considered hopelessly insane? What sort of claims must a person simply not make? Well, there is one, and that is if anybody claims that he is God.
Beautiful. Thank you, Blaze in Space. That was very powerful. I really enjoyed that. And you should definitely check out Blaze in Space and the many things that they do and have done. They are an invaluable part of the Seattle music scene and an invaluable person and friend and just somebody that everybody should know more about. But if you have some kind of cool video project you're working on, you might want to think hitting Blaze in Space up. So we are going to wrap this up, but I'm willing to go a little long if you are. Why don't we give me the large sign if you're willing to do some automatic writing? I'll wait for a sec if you want to give me the large sign. You know, the chat's on a delay, so I'm just going to do it. So when I count back from 10, we clear our minds. When I say go, we all start writing. When I say stop, we all hit return and read aloud amongst the group. Most of you know how this works, but I just want to repeat myself. So start clearing your minds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start writing. All right, hit return. Enter, whatever. I don't want to be keyboard prejudice. We'll let these roll in. Okay. Looks like we got a bunch. All right. I said, start writing, said the comprehensive head. I think my teeth are showing, but my head is still growing, so the river must be moving. Not the river again. Give me 10 seconds to paradise. Eddie Money still sucks. I won't be more than you can reckon with. Anomic 84. Well, I cleared my mind too much. I finally found a session breakdown of a Billie Eilish song, though it was Ocean Eyes, but still pretty cool. Phineas put hi-hat sounds through a phaser and pitch shifter, and I think a synth engine, and created like a satellite bleep sound of it. I gotta watch how he did that again. All stock plugins. Wow. Alex F&V, we all keep lamenting over missing the old world, but we're missing the opportunity to live in this world. There is only one now. There is only this. So we have to live here and make the best of this. Now is the time for introspection. Practice it. Learn about you while you're in solitude. Make it happen. Jesus fucking Christ. Alex F&V, the MVP of this episode. Nailing it. Nailing it. That's exactly right. Ironic Twix. Poa Alpina, below the bedeckled, bedrunken friend of Ammon, the world's off its copper pot, and the shakes are all in a row. Crow, the blows, continue, the realm of maddening squeeze plays upon its soul, the worst thing you could ever do. Cudgelfish. The year is 1985, England, Shropshire, Roxeter. Two 18-year-old boys are entering an abandoned bunker. The moss-covered "Do Not Enter" sign above the entrance is barely readable. It has not worn the gnawing of time well. They ignore it. The bunker was a perfect little shelter for them. For James and Richard, it was the ideal. That is to say, the only place where they could be themselves. Ash Maddie says, bi-weekly purge, I guess. Who remembers Dirge? Graham T.I. There was a sign over the highway with no words on it, just arrows and a drawing of a deer skull. Obviously, we followed it. Ended up at a well in the middle of the forest. It only had gasoline in it, but that's fine. We were low. Blazing Space. Something about the countdown makes me think of astronauts, and I imagine at 1-0. The next thing that happens is a big vibration and boom. But what if it's still like a 3-minute delay after that? It's a total popcorn fart and then 180 seconds of terrifying suspense. Kind of like when the camera is speeding and action doesn't get called forever and ever and the director is in the bathroom. You know. Mere death. It's like the car is out of the yard and I'm getting hollered at more, and it's all very fun and fine, and I am aware that I am the kind of power that can shut it the fuck down as I please. It's a hunger for today for me. It's a place. MD Jenkins, can you help find a sandwich in the pink purple salmon flavored attic? So many more people go up there to drink and smoke for the same reason. There are elephants in the dresser drawers of my mother's boatside table fart. And finally, my dear frenemy, Olga Lowe. God, we have done this, but can we not look away and inside and into and not find it lacking? It's vital to be spatially aware and in all things a majestic lioness and hunter of the wind. A hunter of the wind? Olga Lowe. Dear Lord. Well, I didn't think maybe the most poetic thing would be Olga Lowe, but indeed, it might have been. Anyway, I'm Patrick Galactic. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I hope you had fun on Music Night. Maybe we'll do some more next Saturday too. You never know. There's no amount of music that's bad to celebrate, I believe. So there's plenty more to share. There's plenty more to be a part of. I hope you had fun tonight. Consider giving us a subscribe before you head out, but we're going to be played out by our friends Hotels with another performance video. Check it out.
I read and I just try to keep the vehicle moving, fooling the eye with the motion of the open ocean. They want me to keep the mood and the people happy. Sometimes I don't even know what happiness even is. I just keep trying to fool the eye with quickness of the hand. Hands can want to when they don't know what to do. I can't keep trying to be all the things you want to see. I can't keep trying to meet all the expectations you set for me. I can't keep trying to be all these signs set out to see. All I can is me. That's all that I can be. They want me to turn up at a moment's notice. Sometimes I can't remember what time is day or night. Were we going somewhere? Is there a mission? I'm on a whole other what the hell is going on? And what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Is it bringing me joy? Gotta prioritize my own heart, 'cause at the end of the day I gotta be in my own skin. And if I ain't loving my damn self, then who will I ever be? I can't keep trying to be all the things you wanna see. I can't keep trying to meet all the expectations you set for me. I can't keep trying to be all these signs set out to see. All I can be, me, and that's all I can be. With all of the pain and all of the passion. And all of the fire in my belly. Whatever I wanna I can't keep trying to be all the things you want to see. I can't keep trying to meet all the expectations you set for me. I can't keep trying to be all these signs set out to see. All I can be is me, and that's all I can That's all that I can be. That's all that I can be. With all of the pain and all of the passion and all of the fire. All of the fire in my belly. Whatever I want. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. We're Hotels. We'll be at Connor Burn on July 19th. Go get a menu. It says that in the menu. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for Black Giraffe.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.